All right, here we are, live roll for you guys, as you guys requested. So now I'm here breaking down live videos for you guys, and there's a ton of details for you guys. I hope you guys enjoying. Okay, let's go. Start shaking the hands. Brian's a brown belt, 260 plus, very flexible, really good guard. Surprisingly, he plays very good sitting guard. Now he pulls guard, he's sitting guard. I started my left hand in the pants, my right hands on the collar, trying to bring my right knee over his legs. My goal here was trying to gain his hip and shut down the space. But Brian has a very strong frame, so like he has long legs and long arms, so he keep the distance really well. So I kept persist on driving my right knee down, but Brian's really long and very flexible. He kept going, pushing me away, but I keep pushing, keeping updating my right hands on the collar, trying to drive it in, because I'm very big fan of pressure pass, so I like to close the distance no matter what. So he'll be able to clean his legs, and then has a strong frame, and then kind of like reset a position. I was stood up again, and I kept my grips, and now he put shin on shin. So I'm gonna keep my hands on his collar, and now he lose the hook. So now the key point of this detail right here is I'm trying to keep Brian's flat as possible. So holding my right hand on the belt, and the left hand's beating his bottom post. This way he has my underhook, but doesn't matter, he won't be able to come up. So it's a very good detail right there, keeping his bottom arm flat the whole time, holding by the wrist. As you guys can see in the slow motion right here, when I do a back step, I reset. So look, I'm gonna do a back step, but since he doesn't have the hold of my leg, he has to let go of my leg, so I'll be able to free myself. And then I kept going from trying to pass. He's keeping me away from him, framing my legs, but I kept like very heavy over his upper body. So, and once again, it's a matter of time. Brian has set his half guard butterfly hook right there. Once again, being his bottom arm, since he has the underhook on me, so it's a very good way. I kept on the front, so now I'm gonna change the directions of the pass, pointing Brian's knee to the side, hold his collar grip. Now I post, look, he bumped me, but didn't matter, I have my right hand on the collar. So look how I changed the direction in slow motion. Folding his knee a little bit, place my hands on the collar, now clean up the hook, and I'm gonna step with my right foot out to get a post. Look, he's holding, but eventually I have to let go. He keep pushing me away by the collar, but I posted, and then I land back real heavy, pulling myself by the collar, and keep resetting my position from there. And slowly I'm gaining the space, try and get a head control, getting there on the hook right there. And once again, guys, this is my first voiceover. I'm gonna try to get better as much as possible and just make some small adjustments. Okay, so I'm doing my best here to share the details with you guys. So there's a lot of pressure pass in this video. Brian kept good job, forced me on half guard, but now I control his head and kept his right elbow higher, so he never gets under me. I keep my hands together, but eventually I have to move on, so I change my grip so the collar grip maintain the underhook right there, keep his high elbow over the head. Now I change my base a little bit, and my right hand's on the collar, on the belt, and he'll be able to reset. He's a big dude, so don't forget about his heart each. Sometimes I try to move faster, but I lose my connection. So I kept down the hook right there, very low pressure, not give Brian space, but Brian's a long arm. He keep like patient, and he knows each move that we do it, we might lose or we might gain. So he elevates me. I lost the head control, but immediately I change my base. So look, when he kicks, I do a back step and position my right knee next to his hip as a knee cut pass. And once again, I'm fighting with base the whole time. My base has to be on the mat. 4 points of base, knees, foot, cross face, and my right hand's on the far hip. And keep cross face him, but Brian elevates me easily. I move back. Now, Brian has really good back defensive. He stays in the third position like all the time defending. He knows that he blocks the seat belt and the hooks, and he's trying to put his back on the mat to reset guard. So he kept pushing blocking my arm, my hands away. I tried to a kataga thumb right there, but he knew what's coming. So he kept his back flat on the mat, bring his elbow to the mat. Now look, his hands on the collar. And now he's gonna set up a type of guard right there, a half guard. Where now he has the underhook. Look, he always has the underhook because he knows whoever has the hook wins the battle. So I kind of like resetting my position, take my time because he could come up. So I hold once again his bottom arm. So he tried to come up, but he can't because I'm holding his bottom arm. So that's the key, guys. Just hold the bottom arm if the person has the underhook. He sit up, I let go. I slip a little bit and come up, and he's trying to like set up the lapel like a half guard, single leg right there. And then he gonna do a knee bump and come up. I lost my base, I sprout, but he has a long arm. Look how good job Brian did. He bring his right hand, both of his arms outside of my legs. When he get the lapel, he gets my hip. So he gonna go to my back. So I have no choice. Look, I lost the wizard. I have to turn to don't give my backs, but I elevate him right away. So I get comfortable in guard. You see, so he tried to take my back. I have to sit out, otherwise he takes my back. Now I'll end up in a guard and cross grip. One of my favorite guards to play against bigger guys, cross grip control. Now I'm gonna take a look at the time. Look, I take a look at the time. The time is about to finish. I'm gonna hit a hip bump sweep, one of the strongest sweep you can do against anybody. Look, I'm gonna come up and bump him right there. I'm gonna do it in slow motion so you guys can see it. And pin the arm down. So excuse me, I did not put it in a slow motion. Okay, so I apologize about that. You guys have to rewind the video. So I kept his arm once again, and that is basically the roll ended up just like this. So Brian did a good job managing that. And once again, guys, the idea of this video is not to make my student look bad, but to exchange jiu-jitsu, to exchange a lot of details from there. So I lost, he pushed me up, he sits up, and then look, he's gonna go for a shoulder crunch right there. I shot down with my head right away. Look, I cannot give him the shoulder crunch because he do that sweep super well. All right, this is about to finish. I hope you guys enjoyed this voiceover. Subscribe the channel if you like it. Thank you. All right, I hope you guys enjoying it. So please subscribe the channel, support the channel, and help us grow the best way possible. Okay, so thank you so much. It's my pleasure to show small detail for you guys. And also, if you guys like to check it out, my instructionals, FGG Fanatics, I'm gonna put the link right in the description of this video. So thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Big os.